Hi. Today's reading is about how your month of July is going to go. And what I have done is I've taken out pictures from the packaging of Zepto bags. And what you have here is three nostalgic, very back to school images in front of you. First being row your boat. Second being tum aaj kya laye ho? What have you gotten different today? Third being attention, reminiscent of how our PT coaches used to be in school. So between these three, pick the one that you feel most drawn to. I'll give you a few minutes. Hi, pile number one. I had to re record this entire video because there was no audio in this one. And I feel now that I look back, this is actually one of the messages that came for you also. That is obstacles. So, anyway, if you chose this pile, then this is your reading. The first card on the left that I have here is this one. It's about theme of July, then what you're bringing ahead with you in July, one surprise coming your way, then messages about your love life, your career, your personal well-being, and then we have messages from the other cards also. Okay, so now when I look at your theme for the month of July, I feel as if, this pile, they may have been very stuck when it comes to their finances and their career. You might be looking for that one big opportunity financially, and I think July is going to continue to be that period where, that opportunity is just not coming your way. Or I also got another message that is that, if the opportunity would be coming your way, it may not be exactly as per what you expected. Maybe you expected a 50% hike and you might be getting like a 30% hike. But yes, that scarcity when it comes to finances, not feeling very supported, not feeling very secure financially is definitely a theme for you in the month of July. Now, moving ahead, as I look forward to the Three of Wands reversed, and I usually never take cards which are reversed, but what I'm getting here is as if what's happening in the last few months that you have been stuck. You don't know how to tread ahead, And going back to the previous cards, it's like that, maybe whatever planning you did in regards to your finances up until now, it's not panned out the way you wanted, and you're really looking for that just one big opportunity, which honestly feels like to be enough there in the market, but maybe you're not able to grab hold of that. Okay, but what are you bringing ahead with you from the previous few months is actually feeling stuck. You may have like 2-3 directions or thoughts that you want to be a little bit aware, or that you're aware of, and you want to tread ahead and move finally, but I feel as if July is not going to be the month where you might be able to make a decision. Okay, there are two messages here. For few, you might be able to finally make decision in regards to one thing, one particular area or one particular path you may decide, and you may decide to tread ahead on that. Okay, but there's a tiny energy of you may regret it later on. Okay, and the other message is that you are going to, in fact, go back to the drawing board and then see that, okay, how it is that I really choose. So instead of moving ahead, you might simply go back many steps and figure that, okay, where did I went wrong? How do I choose? Because there is a feeling of you being stuck. Okay, you don't know from how to move ahead from here. What is it that I need to be able to do to move ahead? Yeah. See, what I'm also getting as a message is that you may not get very good advice or mentors also during this period. Like even this tarot card reading is you getting some advice so that you're able to make a decision, right? Or astrology, or like a mentor, boss. I think you may actually get misguided in the month of July. So it would be better if you use your own judgment in the month of July. Now, coming forward and ahead to what could be what is a surprise that's coming your way? Oh, before I move ahead, when I was taking out the other cards which are currently closed right now, I saw this card of third house, which is the house of efforts. So I feel as if your efforts up until now, you may be feeling like it hasn't really given you anything. Or in the month of July, you may decide to basically increase your efforts towards bettering your finances. Okay? So that's also a message that was there. Now, moving ahead, to what's a surprise coming your way, something to do with home. You may like decorate your home, you may do some interior design of your home. There might be a celebration in the family. You could be getting engaged, you could be solidifying some commitment. There could also be some tiny celebration, overall something to do with family, in the walls of the home. There's also this energy of stability. You may not see it yet, but in July, a thing that's coming to you is a lot of emotional stability, mental safety. Okay, so while financially things may be off, but you will have a lot of emotional support and safety. I also want to say something to do with cooking, or like something to do with like anything that you do in home, right? Like starting like a cloud kitchen or something like that. There's a lot of energy of like abundance and nurturance that's coming to you in the month of July as a surprise. Now, coming to your love life, I have a lot of cards here. So see, the first thing that's happening in your love life is that if you're single, you're going to be out mingling with a lot of people, and this time in confidence, because with the Queen of Pentacles here, what is it that you bring to the table. Okay, and now small efforts like the Page of Swords doesn't really matter to you. What you're looking for is the big Ace of Cups, and that whatever it is that you need to do and whatever it is that you need to cut out with the Queen of Swords energy, you are going to do that, because you just want the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Swords doesn't work for you anymore. So I feel you're going to be very smart and strategic with your dating life in the month of July, and I feel you're going to be out and about dating. You're going to be meeting people, and you're going to be socially intelligently assessing them and observing that, okay, if they are the right ones for you or not. And if they are, then good. I feel as if you're not going to find anybody in the month of July. Okay. Oh, going back to the Four of Wands message, what I also feel is as if you could be attending, if not yours, someone else's like wedding or some occasion in family like that. Okay, coming back. So you may not exactly find somebody immediately in the month of July, but you would like this side of yourself, where you know now how to assess people and how to date right. For those who are married, I feel your responsibilities in the relationship may increase a little bit. Okay, there's also a chance that you may decide that, okay, while your partner is doing their part in the relationship, which could be either they're financially providing you or emotionally providing you, you want to take care of the other bits. So you want to be the one who's either financially providing them or emotionally being their safety net, ensuring that things are in tandem. Okay, so you're going to be a very good and equal partner in the month of July to your spouse. For those who are in a relationship, what I see is as if there is some sort of conversation that you would be having, which might come across as slightly hard conversation, just to have clarity and to really know that where it is that you stand in this relationship, and would you get back what you desire in this relationship. Just want to pull out some more cards. So okay, clearly. Okay, so it reaffirms, if it's a relationship, then you are really building that relationship where you want to take it to a more solidified commitment. And that's maybe why also the Four of Wands, you don't want to just like have the boyfriend girlfriend tag, or like, okay, we are dating, we are still exploring. You really want to know what this is. And for those who are married, I feel like a lot of you, if you are not somebody who contributes financially to the relationship, either your partner may nudge you that is there any way that you can also start contributing by going and picking up some work, or you may actually have the strong desire that whatever is needed from my side of the relationship to work and contribute to this marriage, I want to do that, be it financially or, like I said, be it taking care of your home in a very domesticated manner, so that your partner comes back to like a very well taken care of happy family and happy home. Okay, that emotional safety overall is there. Now, moving on to your career. See, honestly, when I look at all the cards when it comes to finances and moving ahead, and the journey cards with the Three of Wands, what I feel is you're not supposed to know anything about your career. And like I already said, there is a very strong chance you may actually get misguided, even by tarot card readers, by astrologers at this time, or even by your mentors, because the time is such. You are not supposed to seek out external help. You are supposed to sit with yourself and let your journey, let your own intuition, your own mindset, yet let your own insights guide you. Okay, so I will not unnecessarily try to force a message here just to either say something positive or negative, because the message is basically just sit with yourself in your career and the insights are going to come from you. There is some veil that will get dropped off, there's some curtain that will get dropped off, and you would like realize the truth about how you should be moving ahead. How is it that you cannot stay stuck when it comes to your career or the path that you want to take and better your finances? So just wait for that curtain to drop off, sit with yourself, trust yourself. You know it better. So this is also the time where you need to trust yourself more than going out and seeking advices from other people. Make sure that whatever you're doing is first your own decision. And it'll be a good idea to also maybe just not share a lot with a lot of people. Now, overall, your emotional and mental well-being. So here we have, oh, nice. You're going to be very social in the month of July, and you're also going to be very socially intelligent. With so many wands cards here, what I also feel is there's going to be some strong fire in your belly, you know, like you would love to go out and explore. You would want to like figure out more about your passions, your hobbies, or generally like just meet people. With the Knight of Wands, I also feel as if, you know, you may also take some very courageous decisions in your life, or you may start thinking about building that courage in you, because you want to be wiser, you want to be practical now about your life. Okay, honestly, with the High Priestess and the Emperor card here, it's a beautiful conjunction of, you know, being in touch both with your feminine and masculine side. You're nurturing yourself, but at the same time, you know practically what needs to be done. With the Knight of Wands, I also feel as if, you know, you're going to be increasing your efforts. You're going to like increase your efforts towards your goals. With the Queen here, I feel like you're going to be very social and also socially intelligent. And with the Ace here, I honestly see you may be coming across as something in terms of an idea or an insight just by interacting or mingling with your network. So that might be a little bit interesting for you, and that might actually also take you ahead. But like I said, defer taking any 100% decision in this month. This is the month where you assess everything and you use your discernment. Okay, I'm going to open your tea leaf cards and see what's there. The first we have Crown, which is honor is going to come to you. You might get recognized for something. Then dog barking. Honestly, the way I see dog barking, while it says a friendly advice, to me it feels like the dogs will keep on barking. You just have to do your own thing, because there is a chance that you may get ill advised in the month of July. So trust yourself, not the people around as much. Wait off to trust people. So the book is saying compliments from an admirer, possible because you're going to be so social and like dating, etc. Then March. Ooh, March is 6 months away, right? LOL. Or something happened in March, you know, which might manifest now. March seems to be an important month. Then we have the letter V. Okay. V is for victory on this card. V could also be generally just significant for you as an alphabet. Then we have the finger. Okay, this one I really feel as if somebody is going to poke you in the month of July, and you would have to be a little bit careful about not getting poked by them. This card also talks about obstacles, which makes sense. And, you know, like looking at the Knight of Wands, it could also be like somebody is trying to create an obstacle for you, or as you like dial up on your efforts, obstacles may come your way. I knew I had obstacles even with this reading. Next we have is Gong, which talks about an exciting event. Honestly makes sense with the Four of Wands here that we have. Then a wedge. Now, okay, somebody may try and drive a wedge between you. This could be at work, okay? This could also be in a relationship. And like I said, July is a month where you might get ill advised. So be very careful of whom you're placing your trust in. Or it's not even about trust, whom you're listening to and whom are you getting influenced by. So don't let that happen. This may also happen at work or relationships. Take the message however it resonates or however it manifests for you. Now, from the other deck, the cards that we have here is your second house and your third house. I feel your efforts are going to increase very much towards your second house, which is the house of your resources, your wealth, savings. And that is going to be a prime focus. And that's why also the third house, which is the house of your efforts, how it is that you increase your efforts towards increasing your resources. That seems to be like the prior focus in the month of July. Along with the Scorpio card here, what I also feel is as if you're going to bring some courage. You may also like have some thoughts with you which you might want to keep secret. So it's kind of like a mixed message that A, your courage might also get increased or you may work on your courage, and second, it's good to keep certain things to yourself. The other signs that we have here are Cancer and Libra. So now see, with Cancer and with the High Priestess, what I feel is that you would have to rely on your intuition and on your mind, okay? You would have to like rely on your feminine side. You would have to rely on yourself basically. And with Cancer and Scorpio together, honestly, just keep things secret. Do not share a lot with people unless you know that they have always advised you right, okay? So yes, this is the time when you may also feel a little bit more moody than usual. And now with Venus and also Scorpio ruled by Mars, because we have Venus here, the sign of Libra, I feel as if Jupiter could be transiting over your Mars or your Venus, and that's why this could be starting of a time when the yoga of marriage could be getting initiated in your chart. And because of Venus being here, I feel as if in the entire month you're going to take like very good care of yourself. With the Venus, Mars, Cancer, it's like perfect blend of outward beauty and internal femininity and masculinity being in balance. So yeah, that's likely to be the case. Now with the other cards, with the Three of Swords and the Page of Cups, see, honestly, when I looked at it, I did not think it's something to do with love. I honestly thought it's something to do with the passion, like an opportunity that you were really waiting for, and you hear like a rejection letter or some sort of like a passionate thing that you wanted to do, like a hobby or something, and that did not pan out the way you wanted, and there is something going wrong there. But with the Death card, you are being asked to transform yourself, transform your mindset. Do not get into the victim mindset, but think how it is that you can still go ahead and achieve your dream, how it is that you can still make things happen. There's so many stories we hear, right, that they persevered and things just happened still for them. So, and like I said, let the dogs bark. So you don't have to worry about what people are thinking. You please keep your efforts going. And the last two cards that we have here, I recall one was Destiny, and the other one, I'm waiting for me to open the cards on screen. Okay, I'm still talking about the Death card. Yeah, so the idea is that you have to transform. It might be painful. You have to move through this pain of rejection. Okay, so one was Destiny and the second Infinity, which is potential. So clear message. Destiny, I feel, has come up. Why? Because there are a few answers that you're not supposed to know yet. And you will not get those answers from anywhere. So you have to trust your path. You have to trust your destiny. And with potential, what I'm getting is that do not let rejections or people barking what you may or may not be able to do affect you. You have the energy with the High Priestess, with the Emperor, and with the card of Death. You can turn around your situation as and how you want it. So this was your reading. Let me know how you resonated, and please make sure you comment below. Thanks. Hi everyone. Pile 2. If you chose this particular image, then this is your reading. Okay, see what I have here. What will be the theme for your month of July? What are you bringing from your previous months? What is a surprise coming to you in the month of July? your relationships and love, your career, your overall well-being. Cards from some other tarot. For your specific pile, I also took the bottom of the deck card. I feel in the last few many months, you must have been very, very, very stressed, very desperate for a change in your life, very upset about how your life would have been going, very lonely, and just very disturbed. Okay? What's happening in the month of July? Honestly, in the month of July, okay, one message before we move ahead, okay? Do not make food or spending or splurging money as a coping mechanism to fix your emotional turmoil, okay? Okay, what's happening in the month of July? A huge transformation. There is something that is coming to an end. It might feel uncomfortable. It might come with certain confrontation and issues. And then from there, I think we'll pull out how it might pan out towards the end of the month. It might become better, but yes, that transformation, that shake-up is going to happen in the month of July. Something is shaking. Foundation of something is breaking away so that a new foundation can start. Now, this could be a change in relationship, in the status of a relationship, because you also have this card here, right? Maybe if things were very serious up until now, some of you may decide to take like a little break, stay as friends, etc. It could be a change in job. It could be change within the same job. It could also be that, you become a whistleblower regarding something, and because of which there might be a transformation or a change. It could also be a personal change, as I'm looking at this card, I'm also feeling like some of you who have been very deeper into your spiritual practices, there could be like some very huge revelation which might just shake you. It might make you feel, oh my God, I never thought like this could happen. What are you bringing from the last few months? I think you've been really desiring a chance to speak up about something, a chance to have clarity about something, an opportunity. There is some sort of desperation that you've been carrying within you in the last few months. This could be an opportunity. This could be clarity in a relationship. This could be a chance to speak up, to communicate about certain things which are important, and that's where the whole whistleblowing aspect is also coming into the picture. The whistleblowing would affect you also. It's not that the world is not ideal, right? So you would not be able to get away without some splashes of it also affecting you. So in the last few months, you've been really desperate for a change, a new beginning. And there's just times, when you lost hope because of that. And a part of you has just left it now on God, or like whatever higher power you believe in, that they would take care of it. And you hope that very soon manifestation of that would happen. What is a surprise coming along your way in the month of July? Probably a new friendship, or chance of a good relationship that will slowly turn into a relationship, a friendship that turns into a relationship slowly. Okay, one thing I have to get out of my way before we continue further. When I was taking out the cards for this pile, there was a lot of resistance coming through. As if, off late I feel, even if you're listening or pursuing like tarot readings to get clarity, you may be listening to them half-heartedly. You may not be really paying attention on the words, because right now, what I feel also from the cards is your life is working in a very hyper-personalized manner. So I feel as if the general readings, or generally even if you've taken a private reading, it may not be making sense. It may not be giving you very straight answers also. Okay? What's going to happen in your love life? I need to place 1 minute the mic here. I should check the mic. Last reading did not get recorded properly. So in regards to your love life, if you see here, I pulled out literally 2 different set of cards. Why is that? Because I feel as if, so because you had this card here, then this came, and then this came. So this indicates that, even if some tiny new opportunity comes up, you might be like very resistant. You may not be like really up for it. Okay, this is for those who are single. Now, for those who are in a relationship, I feel small gestures of love also is something that you would not be very happy about. In your relationship, also, you may have like a hard talk about that, whatever has been going on. Either it's bare minimum, or okay, this was enough for now, but now I need something more, I need something bigger. Very interesting, slight similar message to the first pile, where for single people this was the same message. And even for those like who are in a relationship, you might be nudging your partner to take that bigger bold step to build that either financial security, because culturally that is important, or to finally like come and talk to your parents. For those who are single also, small opportunities do not interest you. What you would be looking out is for that big opportunity, because you know what you bring to the table, and you want to mingle with people who bring the same things to the table as you. So any tiny opportunities may not really interest you, and this is something where you would be very happily and interestingly safeguarding yourself. So that's a good thing. Bigger opportunities are going to make their way to you as well, or you would be only interested in hunting out those bigger opportunities. Now, for those who are in a relationship or who are married, like I said, the smaller parts of the small things in the relationship, you will not appreciate it as much in the month of July. You would want like a bigger sense of security, a bigger sense of things in your life. And okay, so basically the bare minimum also in the relationship is not going to cut through anymore, and you would desire something proper, something more in your relationship in the month of July. With these two set of cards here, I also feel as the people in this pile are going to go through two very different set of situations. Somebody doing smaller chunks of things for you and you're not really interested, and then there are some in this pile who are getting the full attention, full love that they desire, they receive, that they desire, and they receive it well, and it becomes like a happy moment. So I'm going to leave it that broad and vague, because of course general reading, different situations for different people. Now in your career also, because I got this card, I wanted to pull out one for clarity. You're just waiting to get free of something. You want to be like freed of something, or you want to like move towards something that's going to more be suited towards your passion. And I think there's going to be some sort of confusion, there's going to be some sort of fogginess that's going to affect you in the month of July when it comes to your career and how to move ahead. It could also be that you might be pulled in like multitude of things, and you may not really know that, okay, how is this all coming together to give me like a career of my dreams. You may also, start thinking about certain other things that you want to pursue apart from the career that you already have. Where does your heart, your passion lie? So, yeah, a very in-between sort of a pile, like you're not landing anywhere exactly except for like relationship. There, I feel, I don't know, something great is happening. Now, overall personal well-being, I think fabulous. You're going to love your body. You're going to take care of your body. You're going to be very aware of your mental health, mental emotions, and you're going to be like very in touch with your emotions, and you're going to provide yourself the nurturance that you need. Overall also, I feel as if you're going to be completely in love with yourself. Again, I'm getting this message, if somebody has been doing some spiritual practices, there's going to be a very high increase in divine love in the month of July in your life. Okay, now these messages and some from here, I feel for very few, for those who were very resistant to the idea of love, who always thought, this is the story of my life, I get small offerings and that's why I'm so resistant to the idea of love. I think a huge offering is coming your way. Somebody is going to make their way slowly into your life, who will be the whole package, and where you would feel, wow, this is now someone that I can take home and initiate conversations and like initiate this relationship further. Gender agnostic again. So, and I think that is the real transformation. Okay, wow, very interesting. Some of you may have actually Ketu placed in your 7th house, either in the Lagna chart or in Navamsh. Some of you may have actually Venus Ketu placed in your Lagna house. And I feel what will happen in the month of July is, when this person comes your way, You might just feel like this lightning jolt, as if somebody just struck you with lightning, and all those conversations about, when you just come across the right person, you just know who they are, that might happen. And you would have a very tough time accepting it, because you might be like, oh my god, this is not practical. And this is how people get stuck in wrong relationships. So yeah, message for very few, okay? Don't take this message and make it into some delulu thing. Okay, now frying pan, trouble, accusations. I feel this is in regards to your career, I feel like this is in regards to your career at your workplace. There's going to be like some troubles, accusations, some confrontations. Could also be actually in relationships for few people, where I said that, no more small things or bare minimum. You want the full effort. Then we have candle, you will be shown the way. See, that's what I feel, as if, you would be shown the way. You have to have faith. Climbing towards success, you are climbing towards success. A reassurance, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. 100% some issues happening at workplace. Some sort of big confrontation, some sort of accusation, some sort of calling out. Either you are doing it or somebody is trying to like play politics with you, and you are being told, endure the strength of a bull. Fight back hard. Wind chimes, peace and harmony, beautiful sign. This is a positive sign. Wind chimes are good. Some of you may actually need to put wind chimes also in your home. I think it will also help disperse the negative energy. Spear heartache over what you no longer have. Okay, I don't know where this is coming from. This might be maybe just emotional safety. This might be backing from people. Tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. Trust your journey. It's slow, but it's okay. January. Wow. Either something happened in Jan, or somebody may have said some lie in Jan, because looking at this card, the way I'm seeing it, it's like Pinocchio's Pinocchio's nose. Somebody may have said some lie in Jan, which is coming to full exposition now. Or January might be an important month in the coming few months. I feel, Jan, you may have had some realization about somebody saying certain lies or certain dynamics also. Okay, Cain, pay attention to your health. We didn't get that here really, but okay, sure. Pay attention to your health, because you have it from the other deck. Someone going out of your life or end of a situation. Okay, this could also be a possibility, that someone who was giving you the bare minimum, you're putting a full stop to it. You're like, okay, bye. Okay, good. Now from the other deck, we have the Star, we have Five of Swords. 100% some politics or something happening in your life. Somebody is trying to throw you under the bus. You will be safeguarded, but you will also have to be strategic and smart. It's actually war. It is about you also being smart and planning everything, not just being gullible. Okay. And then we have the Star. I feel with the Star, honestly, you're literally supported by the nature and the spirits. Like, I genuinely feel as if no matter what happens, you have the support of the universe, of every being in this universe that constitutes to this universe. So keep that faith, especially if you're in the right. If you're in the wrong, then just honestly, it's your karma coming to you. A new opportunity is going to show up in your life, and there is a journey that you might have to take. When I look at this, it's also like a cat and mouse chase. I genuinely feel there is some fuck up happening in your life when it comes to your workplace or with certain people around, some confrontation. And that is a journey that you need to undertake in your life currently. Now we have cards from this deck. We have Jupiter. Wow, very similar message to first pile. Jupiter could be transiting over your Mars and Venus, and I feel your time period of finding the right person could have started, especially if you are in that marriageable age. Sagittarius, again Jupiter. Wow. Mercury, Sattva, 10th house, career. I am telling you, there is some sort of huge politics or huge transformation happening in your career. With the Tower card, I don't want to scare you, but some of you may also be given like the pink slip. the economy is getting bad. Be a little careful, but there's something happening in your career. And with the Mercury card here, what I also feel is, see, Mercury is all about mind, and there are people who are trying to play probably mind games, and you, instead of being asked to just have those Jupiterian traits, which is okay, morals, wisdom, you are also being asked to be shrewd, to use information to benefit, to show intelligence, to show dexterity. Okay, you might have to become very strategic and smart when it comes to your career. And you may have support of your seniors, because you have the Sagittarius here, which I can also see as like the 9th house, and we have the Jupiter also here, natural ruler of the 9th house. So you will have some support of your seniors. There's somebody who's going to like support you in the system. However, it may seem difficult still. Okay, now if this doesn't resonate in career zone with you, then just translate to whatever situation in your life you're going through right now. Then we have Pith. Okay, transformation. We've already spoken about this when we look at the Tower card. There is something that's happening forcefully in your life, but also health point of view, while the cards were actually quite good, please make sure that you are having the right water intake. Copper vessel based water is something that some of you might need to take, or if some of you have been having it since a long time, maybe it's time to stop it. It might be increasing your Pith dosh. Take however it resonates. Then we have Sattva. I think from a very imbalanced, could also be this actually, from a very imbalanced body anatomy, from your doshas of Pith, Kapha and Vata, I think you're moving to a very balanced anatomy body wise in the month of July. Generally, in the month of July, after the dark period gets over, there is balance coming in your life, in the organization. Okay, so this was it, pile number 2. If you liked any part, if any part resonated, do comment down and let me know below. Thank you. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this card, which is attention, then this is your reading. First things first, as I looked at this pile, as I was pulling out cards for this pile, there were so many cards dumping out. I had trouble for few minutes, and I feel a lot of people in this pile are very restless right now. They just want that switch, that I should snap my fingers and I should be out of this phase. And as the cards were just jumping here and there, I honestly thought that, this is going to be one of those happier piles. But frankly, the cards are telling a different story. So without further ado and without scaring you, let's just jump right into it. I have here first 3 cards. This is going to be a theme for the month of July. This is what you're bringing ahead from the last few months to July, and this is a surprise. I wanted to get clarity that this heartbreak is going to be about what. So I have few cards here which I'm going to open on camera only with all of you. The theme is going to be about saving money and also saving your emotions. I think in the month of July, you would realize how important it is to be a little bit more discerning about how you're spending your money, how you're spending yourself, your energy, your emotions. Are you giving it to the wrong people? And I think this would be like a very important realization for you, because this is likely going to change things. I think certain things might also come to revelation in the month of July. Oh wow, my third eye started vibrating so strongly as I said this. Certain things might come to revelation, or you may realize what you have been tolerating or bearing since a while is not actually the right thing. And thereon, it would be a good idea to not continue with that situation or that person. This could also be something to do with a relationship moving ahead, and maybe they are making a lot of financial demands. Wow. Revelation, as I said, my third eye is just not stopping to vibrate. Interesting. So yes, July is going to be about keeping everything to yourself, understanding that how much you need to tame your finances, the energies, what kind of expenditure you are doing emotionally, mentally on other people, and can you instead spend that on yourself? I think July will teach you how to first stand up for yourself and be there for yourself. What are you bringing ahead from the last few months? For few, this is also as simple as, just a financially sticky situation and you learning that, hey, I really need to get a grip of my finances. Now, what's coming ahead for you? Sorry, what are you bringing with you from the last few months? I feel you have done like a lot of I feel you have taken a lot of emotional decisions financially, maybe on other people or on yourself. Oh, I'm not feeling right, let me go and shop. I'm not feeling right, let me go and eat. You could have also been spending a lot financially on somebody. Or forget the finances, let's just say that you have been spending a lot of yourself on somebody in the last few weeks or months, and that has drained you. That has not brought you any returns. This could be again finances, emotional, mental investment. I'm speaking broadly now, so just take the message however it resonates. And you may have been thinking that, slowly it'll all come back. This is like a long-term investment that I'm doing in this relationship, situation, job, whatever. But instead, it left you feeling very lonely, out in the cold, to fend for yourself. For few, this is also a job that was where you were promised growth, where you were promised a leadership promotion or role. You might be realizing that things are not as how you were told. You may have been misled. So there is a scarcity energy, there's a lonely energy that you're bringing from the last few months, the energy of not receiving your dues. And now, what is a surprise coming in the month of July? We had the Three of Swords. As I opened the cards, I already saw the Devil. Shucks. So basically, when I got this card, I was trying to understand, is it in regards to like money, opportunity, or is it in regards to career or, love? Because we also have the Star card here. And see, the Star card, while it's one of my favorites, if you guys been here for a while, you know that already. The Star card is also the card of slight loneliness, it's detachment. And from that detachment, you find bliss, the Anand. So I just wanted to get that clarity. And when I pulled it out, then I got the Devil. Then I was like, okay, the Devil is not good enough. Then I pulled out another two cards, which I did not look at, because I thought I'll just look at those on camera and then try and assess. Now see, again, maybe because this is a general reading, the cards have not really given an indication of if it's relationships or career. But there is some sort of revelation of truth, some clarity coming your way, which honestly would feel like you're being backstabbed. It would feel like somebody has been a traitor to you and you would feel very stuck in that situation. Looking at the Devil, conventionally speaking, this could simply be about a relationship where you just realize that what the fuck have I been doing in this relationship? I've been giving so much of myself only to know this or realize this. Fuck, I need to get off. I need to get out. For few, I feel it's something to do with a client-partner relationship or your job, your career. There is something happening there for sure. For very few, wow, okay. Yeah, I'm feeling sensations in my body, so I think this could be one of the messages. For very few, I feel as if you're going to realize how there was a third party involved in your relationship. And again, could be any relationship, marriage or not marriage, and you may finally get your hands on some evidence. Now coming to your relationships with the Star card here, like I already said, it's actually the card of healthy detachment, where ultimately things feel very blissful to you because you're content in your world. You're content with what you have because you also feel whole in yourself. Okay. But because, again, general reading, let me just pull out one more card to see what's going to happen in love and relationships in the month of July for you. See, now honestly, it's only for this reading. For July, I've actually taken reversals in most of the piles. And for you too, because Ace of Cups fell out in reverse, I'm going to take it. And this is the card of literally like loneliness. You're waiting for that right one. I think things are going to go bad in your relationship in the month of July. There's some sort of revelation, there's some sort of realization. Now, see, for those who are married, not everybody is going to be having like a extramarital affair only, right? You may just observe few things about your partner which may make you realize that, you know what? I don't need to be so dependent on them. I think it's time that I do my own thing. You know, like how we have those tiny, tiny short films where, oh, there's this one actually by Renuka Shahane. That's an Indian actress. She starts, it's a short film, I can't recall the name, but she starts basically lying at home and going daily, like saying that I'm going to the market, because I have to buy vegetables. She would go and watch movies, she would go and watch plays, and then when her husband discovered, he confronted her and she said that, you don't like doing all of these things, but I really like them. And because of you, even I stopped doing it. So I just wanted to go. And they're a couple in their middle age, in a very middle class, typical Indian family. I think it's a good watch. And I think that's literally the kind of message that I'm getting here. As if you're just realizing maybe the truth also of the relationship. Even if it's not about, see, not all truths have to be grave, but some are just pinching. Some are just hurtful. Where you might realize that, oh, you and your partner, your interests really don't align, or you're like stuck in a relationship, where you both are not really adding value. Or maybe you have stripped away parts of yourself that you did not want. And now it's time that you go and do your own thing while you also have your partner in your life. So for few, I feel this is a message, but for those who are single, you're definitely getting stuck onto something wrong. It'll end also quickly, and quickly you will realize, oh my God, I need to move out. For those in a relationship, and it's not like as serious as like you're getting married or something, again, revelation. For those who are getting married also, there's some sort of revelation coming to surface. Okay, that was a long message about relationships. I do feel that's going to be the predominant theme for you in the month of July. Now, coming to your career. I'm sorry, I take my words back, guys, because I think your career is also going to be a main theme. Complete realizations about, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? How have I been running my life? Is going to happen in the month of July for you. Brace yourself. I genuinely think as if you're going to be, what's the word? You're going to be sweet talked into your career. Now, this could be anything, a bad client relationship, job, you may have to give yourself a lot of strength. You may have to sweet talk yourself into just persevering. Because again, there is some sort of promise that may not get fulfilled. Okay? Now, overall, your emotional and mental well-being. When I look at this card and I look at all the other cards, I just want to say you may have to really sit down for some quiet time on a regular basis. There is a requirement of meditation, sitting down, having a chat with yourself, realizing what all this means and how is it that you tread ahead. Honestly, I'm getting this message, so I'm going to just say it as is, not sugarcoating right now so I don't lose the essence. You may feel like you have lost everything. Oh, I'm a loser. Oh, I haven't been able to fulfill what I set out to fulfill. I'm not feeling good about myself. But the cards are urging that this is not the time to pity yourself, but this is the time to basically rise above. Understand very practically what is it that you were being shown always, what is it that you ignored. Okay? You have to rise above the pity feelings. Okay, position of authority, throne. I honestly feel as if it's going to be a fight in regards to this. I don't think you're getting it, or you may have to sweet talk somebody into getting it. Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. I think this is more personal to you. It's not about collectively as if you're going to persevere in a relationship and things are going to get fine. I think there's a bit of loneliness you might have to endure. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. I also feel there's something to do with like being a little smart here, like letting smart work speak more than hard work. Hard work, I feel, is like being misused. Grapes, time to go out and have fun. I think this is going to come like mid-month onwards, when you might just mid-month on the third week, where you might just realize that fuck, I can't continue like this. I need to like have a break in life from my thoughts. Ladder, climbing towards success. I think it's slow. Maybe July is like leading up to success, but it's not a month where you're achieving it. Boat, money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. Honestly, this is slightly countering the messages that we have earlier. It could also be a fight over property or inheritance, Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Oh, interesting. We didn't have those cards here, but sure. Control your anger. Fly, a period of ill health, depression. Yeah, see, that's why I'm not taking the message of boat. I actually feel as if it's going to be a fight, maybe over inheritance or money as well. Okay, fly, a period of ill health, depression. Guys, that's why. Dhyan. Then we have dark woman, dealing or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. I think they're going to be a troublemaker, guys. Dealings or relationship with a man. Okay, wow. I usually have to say gender agnostic, but here we have like both the messages. So yes, definitely some guy or girl is brewing some problem in your life. Now we have crystals and yin yang. See, yin yang actually came reversed, but because in this deck I'm not reading reverse, so I took it as is. But I want to give the message that I got the moment I saw yin yang. You will have to struggle very hard to maintain that mental balance and emotional balance in the month of July. And crystals, achievement. I think honestly, the way I am seeing it, looking at the entire reading cohesively, this might be just like a wish. It's almost like that, you want to like achieve that power of authority, that position. There is a bleak chance. There is a chance that you might achieve it. It's not very strong, but if you do come back and tell me, because there is a chance. Okay. Then we have 10 of Pentacles, King of Cups, reversed, and 5 of Pentacles. So lovely how cards connect. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Save your energy for yourself. Grow your money. Grow your emotions for yourself. Water yourself first. Okay, King of Cups with the man and woman card here. I genuinely, and the devil card. Oh my god, how did I forget the devil? I feel things are going bad in the relationship. It's not what it seems. 10 of Pentacles. The mirage of family is breaking. Family or the relationship, or like the mirage of love, or hey, we are together, hum saath hain, that's breaking. Because with the Ace of Cups here reversed, also what I feel is you're realizing that how you need to be first there for yourself. Okay. Wow, that's one messy stack. Now we have planets. So we have Capricorn. We have 11th house. We have fire. We have second house. Oh, yeah, I thought so. We have sun. Okay, first I feel for some of you, Saturn and Sun could be conjunct in your profile, in your Kundli in 11th house. Also in your 7th house. Yeah. Sun could be placed in the sign of Capricorn. And that's not a very happy placement. Sun and Saturn are enemies. They're inimical. Okay. So, see, with the sun here, what I'm kind of getting is as if your desire for having that authority, that leadership role, I think it's going to be very important. But with this and 2 other messages signaling at success, yes, there is a chance of success. It may be slightly different from how you hoped or in the timelines that you hoped for. With the 11th house, what I feel is as if, like I said, middle month onwards or from the 3rd week onwards, you would increase your efforts to socialize more, make more friends, invest in your hobbies, because by that time, that realization would come in that I need to first water myself, my own garden. With the fire card here, we have transformation. So there is some intense transformation happening in your life. It is likely to also screw up your digestive system and your emotions. So make sure that you keep a good relationship with food all through the month of July. Then from second house, we have treasury, dhan, wealth. See, this one I genuinely feel as if it's something to do with somebody trying to take your money. Now, this could be in a job, you're not being compensated well, some client, some partner who's misusing you. I feel as if somebody has their eye on your wealth. they see you as this person that they can like happily take money from. Okay. And now with Saturn, what we have is, okay, some of you could be having Saturn aspecting your 7th house, Saturn aspecting your 10th house, or ruling these houses, or placed in these both houses, because of which whatever effort you're putting, it's not showing up. Let's go back to this. So you put a lot of effort, you keep doing all this effort, slowly, and you are like hoping that, okay, now I would have the bigger reward. But you're still disappointed. It's Saturn. Saturn is delaying. And it's a popular theory that Saturn delays, never denies. I mean, really, depending upon the placement of Saturn, sometimes Saturn really denies also, okay? And again, I don't mean to scare you. I'm just preparing you that there is a chance of aloofness or a lot more struggle than you anticipated in the timelines, okay? So be prepared. So this was it for you, pile number 3. Let me know how you like the reading. Sorry if it was not very positive, but if any part resonated, do comment and let me know. That helps me. And thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye.